Welcome back to Let's Play Deathmark. You know, today I was originally going to take the bird to the vet, but I cancelled it the other day because of the heat wave. And in typical fashion, the day where I could have taken the bird to the vet seems to be a bit cooler. There's a bit of rain. I mean, last time I looked at the because it's like on the task. No, would it be? You know the bar at the bottom of the screen that has all the apps and stuff like that. It shows like the weather on that occasionally. Well, usually anyway. And it was like rain coming, and now it's like rain to stop. It's like make up your damn minds. It's been boiling the past few days. It's horrible. So that was kind of why I was like, yeah, probably not the best idea to take the bird to the vets when it's a heat wave going on. Even the vet themselves were like, be careful bringing your animals in, because it's pretty damn hot out there. And in typical fashion, it ends up being cooler today. Although it is still the morning, the appointment would have been in the afternoon, so I bet the afternoon will be warmer. I don't know. So I replayed through a bit here, as you can see by this one being, man, it's been 10 days since I last recorded for this. I played through on the other save file, the one where going for the bad end route, so that I'll have that immediately on standby to switch to. Since nobody, said, like, voted on who to die and going with the default of Show. It's like, why Show, man? He's just some random delinquent. Well, he's not even much of a delinquent, really. He actually, because I was replaying for that, so now Mashta's dialogue's fresh in my mind. It's like on the car ride there with Mashta, if you pick him at the start instead of going with Show, they'll like have more familiarity, and Yashiki would be thinking in his mind, it's like, I guess you just get kind of used to people, and Master being typical, he's like, let's close. And he basically had the same dialogue when you meet Christie. He's just like, oh yeah, I know you, and he also did tell him to shut up as well. It's more or less the same, and it's more or less the same with Show. He says the same thing when you get in the car, but because it's not as stressful circumstances, Christie actually responds to his comment of him saying that she looks beautiful by saying, oh, thank you, and stuff like that, instead of just being like, ugh, but secretly being like, oh yes, compliment me more and stuff. Anyways, let's go on with. We don't want a crappy thumbnail. All the thumbnails have been crappy because we don't really get the CGs at the right time. A big burlap sack is slung against the wall. It is incredibly lumpy, making it easy to determine it is holding something. Just then, something inside the bag moves. Keeps squirming, intermittently. Why is it moving? A cold sweat breaks out on my forehead. I hesitantly reach for the mouth of the bag. Holding my breath, I slowly open it. A sickeningly sweet smell hits us. It's a corpse, currently becoming a beehive. It's completely unrecognizable at this point, but I intuitively know who it is. Masao Kimura, who is sitting on the bench with Shimi-O and has committed suicide. That can't be a beehive. Honeybees are burrowing into the holes all over its body, diligently making their hive. The faint noise we had heard coming from the bag must have been the buzzing of bees. This is beyond insane. It has to be the work of Shimi-O. Once it's complete, another object art will be added to that repulsive bee farm. Just then, I noticed some object stuffed in next to the corpse. The mismatched items seem almost like burial accessories for the dearly departed. Got tennis ball, large bottle of nite, large bottle of nite, and nite times 3. Daze the swarm, then you'll be safe. Daze the swarm, then you... Ah, yeah, I see what that's about. Daze the swarm. Can I do that with what I've found so far? Yes. You return Masao's corpse to the bag. You know, if that doesn't end up being the thumbnail for this part, I'm going to be annoyed, because it'll just have default thumbnails just being like a character kind of phasing into the background for whatever reason, half the time. I'd like to give him a proper burial, but there's no time for that right now. Hey, can I say something? Christie's expression is grave. Her face is flushed with shame. I know full well that it's far too late to be saying this, but I can't stand this. I can't take any more of this. If we run into this monster, no way will I be able to do anything. I'm not kidding. Whatever I said on TV, it's totally meaningless here in this forest. Sorry, but I can't help you anymore. I know this is out of the blue, but I thought it was now or never. I really am sorry, but I just can't do this. Christie stumbles over multiple apologies. No, there's nothing to apologize for. It's normal in situations like this. Any regular person would react the same. Hell, everyone would want to run as far away as they could. But a confession carries a dangerous consequence of its own, and a very big hint that, you know, confronting Shimi-O with Christie will just lead to a game over. That being said, I've never actually tried it, but I mean, it kind of is very much hinting that she's not going to be helping out if you do that, so you're screwed. If at some point they end up fighting the spirit like I did at H Elementary, could she handle being my partner? I'm kind of curious to check that out now. Also, another thing to note is, you know where you confront the ghosts, where you gotta tell them the opposite of what they want to hear? Wait, of what's true, I mean. Like if when the ghost is like, am I dead? And you say, no. You deny it and stuff like that. Well, after that, you know, Mashta was a bit shaken up. He was just like, still can't get used to this, you know? So he's like very level-headed, but, you know, in moments like that, he will like get really tense and, you know, probably sweat a bit. All about his luck, cracked the damage, I don't think you can use them. Inside the container is corroded, I don't think I can use it. There's also one thing I overlooked as well that I'll go back and get, but it's only really needed for the bad ending. Ugly lady is written in faded marker. Must be someone's idea of a prank. I opened up the container. Inside is something that looks like a dried tree root. Got dried tree roots. There's a scrap of paper stuck to the tree root with wire. Everyone's gone. I'm all alone now. I can see everyone. But my head is so foggy, I can't remember how. I think the last thing I need to do is combine those two, but... That's the thing that screwed me over, right, when I originally played this game. I got that route, got the hint, and then when I got to the battle, I couldn't get the good ending, because I didn't go to the eastern thickets to get the other routes. It's like, oh, you gotta pay, like, real close attention to these details, or you're screwed. When one was blanked out, it'd probably be dangerous at home. Family won't die if they're dreaming. If the betrayer comes, wake them up and hit them. Do it until they calm down. Be careful, everyone. When they wake up, family is only humans. Looks like some useful information. Should I rip it out and take it with me? Come out the page. Cyril Bug-eaten novels, they're unreadable. Nothing's inside a small box, but the outside is covered in something that's horribly sticky. spooky. Right, I think it's up here. This one. Happen to be a hive. There's a bottle of drugs among the swarm. Got a large bottle of sweet dreams. The label has a warning on it. Do not mix. Dangerous. Mixing sweet dreams and nite is extremely dangerous for family. Cannot be used with sprayer. There's your hint how to get the bad ends. I really am kinda curious. Now, is it bad that I have to turn my control upside down just to get my bearings on that? It's like, yeah, so it would be right with this. Night. Night. And night. Phew, they're taken care of. Though you don't really want to tag along, do you? Oh, wait. Right, it'd be that one. Jesus Christ, that's loud. I mean, I heard it when I was playing through it on the other save file, but I had the volume down lower. So, I guess we got another one of these, but it's female this time. Well, that's not creepy or anything. I forget what we interact with first, honestly. A trio of women's corpses that have been turned into hives. The buzz of bees fills the air. Is this me, or is the shape of the hive kind of make it look like some kind of instrument? I'm not sure what kind of instrument, like some kind of wind instrument, possibly. If I don't do something about the bees, we won't be able to get through here. Oh yeah, gotta address the bee in the room, maybe. Oh wait, no, actually. Or is it you? I forget. We've got quite a few nights. So. Careful, aim and spray. The hive falls complete silence. An indescribably horrible smell is coming from the thick liquid dripping from the holes. Nothing else really stands out. Oh wait, I'm wrong. There are countless holes drilled in it, which the bees use to go in and out. Inside the holes seem to have a spiral pattern. Must have been made intentionally. The thick liquid drips from them. The smell, well, I can't describe how horrible it is. I can't remember. Was there nothing to do here? Must just be this then, I guess. But I'll do something about the bees. Check. Wow. I'm pretty sure I remember there was one of these locations where it kind of like made it sound like you can't use the spray because of how close it is. Although even with that, whichever location it says that in, it doesn't actually make a difference. Just kind of seems like, oh, you can't do that, but actually you do indeed do that. Bottled drugs hidden inside the beehive. But good morning! The mark is dyed a deep crimson. Fire meditates until death closes in. The mark scorches me again. Looks like we're out of time. I brace myself and glance over at Christie. What? Christie, I'm counting on you. I think he's almost here. Yeah? Seriously? I'm positive this is the exact same feeling as before. Don't freak out when he comes. Just do as I say. It'll be okay. I've survived this one already. Right, I'm counting on you, Mr. Yoshiki. You should have said I've survived one of these already. You haven't survived Shimi-O. I proceed to lead Christie into the darkness. Drifting on the wind from somewhere is the meltingly sweet fragrance of honey. Bees! Something flies at us in the dark. Sharp pain pierces the arm I used to cover my face. I think I got stung by a bee. Bee swarms around Shimi-O as he draws closer. I won't survive being attacked again. Oh shit, I'm realizing now. This is why we can't. It's not just because she's like, I can't help you. You can go into this, it's just you don't actually have a way of defending yourself. Oh boy. Yeah, we're screwed. Throw it to inside the bees. These cloud rushes at the ball. They must be reacting to the smell of the liquid on it. Bees swarm the ball. They look like a dense black cloud. Because, you know, in order to win this, you have to at least hit him once, essentially. Because that's part of the ritual. Convenient that we also found a tennis ball, isn't it? Just a second ball is back to look at this ugly motherfucker. I look a bit derby, don't I? Hell, I wonder, I could... Well, no, that wouldn't make sense. I just gotta say it here, but Christie is required for chapter 3, so I don't think she can die, so I don't think you can get that or any of this scenario here. I forget what the good morning actually does, honestly. Pause for a moment, bewildered, but starts up his attack again immediately. Eat it! It wasn't effective because I not got it right. Giant arms of Shimi-O swing and swat away the roots. And we're dead. We're both dead. Our vision darkens. I can see the spirit slowly drawing closer, scattered one side of the room. Worst dentist appointment ever. Speaking of which, I've got another dentist appointment next month to have a wisdom tooth removed. I am not looking forward to it. Anyway, gotta let the cat out. Right. Let us retreat back to the mansion so we can switch characters, because we're not ready for this. We can't do this with Christie. I always make the same mistake. This freaking place's layout keeps throwing me off every single time. It's consistent. And I think it's not even the largest area in the game. Largest area in the game, by the way, is in Chapter 5. It's like you've got a few minutes to live, and yet he manages to drive back so you can switch partners. You know? Just doing that because I can't remember if we hear his line when you choose to partner with him. That forest must not be too far away. I mean, time is of the utmost essence here, and so we're just like driving back and forth to the mansion. Kind of think of it, I mean, what happens when you run out of gas? Just like, hey, master, can you like, I don't know, take you to the station, you know, fill her up? Because I have to, you know, I'm either investigating or I'm chilling at the mansion. God damn it, I always end up running into this. Damn bees. And I'm always going in the wrong direction. Every time. Am I going the right way here, or... I think, yeah, this way. You know what, I'm going to... save. Just in case I screw this up. Well, even if I screw it up, it's just going to give us the option to try again anyway. Is there anything I can do here with this? Maybe a bottle of honey? No, of course not. I don't think the bottle of honey comes into any role at all. Or maybe it does. I mean, I can remember the solution to each ghost encounter, but this one, part of it just kind of, you know, I can't fully remember the order. Wake them up and hit them. That sounds like you'd use the good morning there, doesn't it? But if you... maybe you hit them and then use the good morning. I don't know. Or maybe we just... I don't know. I like to fly honey manage as well. I think we might have to... well, maybe we use the honey and the roots. We'll see. We shall see. brace myself and glance over at Master. Master, I'm counting on you. Of course, he's out of it because he's actually affected by the mark because Shimi-O is the one who gave him the mark. Sorry, this is going to hurt. I slapped Master's face. It didn't really sound like a slap, did it? That did the trick. Nice hit. That clear your head. He's coming. We have to go. We'll do everything we can, but you have to do as I say. Right, you can count on me. To fail. Proceed to lead Master to the darkness. Drifting on the wind from somewhere is the meltingly sweet fragrance of honey. I mean, what was even that? Was he the beehive? Or did the beehive alert him to our presence? It's bees! Bees of an obese man. It's like you think, oh, you know, why couldn't Christie use the baseball bat? Well, for the same reason Master can't, because apparently, show it's the only one who can use his baseball bat. It's like, no, it's his property, he can't use it unless he is, you know, the one to use it. He can use his baseball, though.
You must be ready to smell the liquid on me.
But you saw on the ball, it looked like a dense black cloud. So just basically just gotta lure the bees away until he gets close enough. You know what I find funny as well? Is when you pick Master to go with the first time and shows up. He's like, he said he'd gone his bike because he was worried about some rode there rather. So it's just like they all jump in the car, the van at the end, so he must have left his bike in the forest. But then again, Master, whose car did he bring and leave in the forest as well? Because he jumps in on it, whatever, it has nothing to do with the sea. The cloud rushes at the ball again. Guess the second ball was affected too. How you doing, guys? Well, actually, we can't do it in that order, can we? Good morning. You're about to be shot. Spray Shimi-O with the drug and shoot him with a handgun. Well, you should say, and have the Master shoot with the handgun. I guess it's because you're doing in combination, that's how it is. He's like, oh, that really hurts. A cut opens up on his giant body and a bittersweet smelling liquid pours out. Shimi-O bends over backwards, moaning. Liquid sprays from the holes in his body. Shimi-O falters. Is it time? Oh, you do apply the honey. Did it say fro when I looked at it though? Now this is the trick, right? If you got the dried root that you find that you with the clue, but if you didn't follow the clue to go to the eastern thickets, well, you don't get the thing you actually need. Using this will get you a game over. This is how you do it. You gotta get that plant fruit. It wasn't effective. Tried to shove the root into his mouth, but his giant arms swatted away. Oh shit, never mind. Master was injured. And Yoshiki was killed immediately after. Now vision darkens. God damn it! That's the thing, I can't remember the order right at the very end, the most important bits. God damn it! I freaking hate this controller! This game, for whatever stupid reason, it just freaking refuses to freaking work sometimes. It'll just randomly just go up, down, up, down. I fucking hate it. I think it might be the L2 button. I think it might be a bit fucked. That has no effect whatsoever on any other game I play, aside from this game and its sequel. I don't know why. Oh, for fuck's sake. Controller! Right. Night, where are you? Yeah, get all the usual shit. So, it surprises me, you know, because percentage-wise, the players have gotten the good ending to all of the routes more than the bad routes. Bad ending of each chapter. I don't know how that works with some of these chapters. Some of these chapters feels like it's really convoluted. Or maybe I'm just really stupid at getting the good endings on some of these. You gotta do very specific order. Or maybe I have to hit him twice. Try hitting him twice. Oh, for God's sake. No! Don't be screwing up right at this moment, man. Oh, this controller sucks. Okay, this... Okay, it kind of feels like I probably did things prematurely. That's probably what it is. Gotta, you know, give him an extra shot. I know, it's definitely highlighted in red, but... Maybe I do have to use up both good mornings. Gotta wound him extra. Shimi-O arrives in pain, his body jiggling. Shimi-O hauls in pain as the bullet hits, but doesn't seem to be enough to beat him. Shimi-O's weakens. Shimi-O's clearly weak, and now it's time to finish him off. Okay, good to know. Right. It feels like it's the only logical option, really, doesn't it? Pour honey on the plant root and throw it in Shimi-O's mouth. Initially tries to expel it, but seems to realize something and gulps it down quickly. So it just needed to shoot him twice, that's all it was. He happily stuffs his cheeks with the honey-coated root. He collapses flat on the ground, the deadly poison having invaded his whole body. His face is frozen into a peaceful smile, like a kid who's just eaten a delicious meal. The bees continue to hover around the still Shimi-O. I don't sense Shimi-O anymore. Took long enough. Ashta is back to normal. His mark appears to have vanished. Mine is... Of course it's not. Still branded red on my arm. Shimi-O wasn't the one who gave it to me. Gee, is this gonna be a pattern? I wonder. But I kinda figured that'd be the case. From what I can tell, when mark bearers confront the spirit that cursed them, they suffer extreme memory loss. That's why Mashita was acting strangely. I myself didn't have any problems, so Shimi-O wasn't the right spirit. Something is lying on the path. It's a small notebook. Covers wet, the light of the flashlight making it glitter. It could be honey. Did this belong to Shimi-O? Where did he hide this? Okay, now I really don't feel like touching it. Yashigi, there's something's on the ground. Seems Master has absolutely no intention of picking it up. Don't blame him. I give up and bend down to grab it. Flipping through the pages, it appears to be a diary. Save it for when we get back. We need to get out of here. Yeah, you're right. We carefully retrace our steps back to the entrance so we don't get lost. You can see the point where it happens, can't you? Like I said, this one, you know, it makes a bit more sense. More than, you know, for the bad end route, you know. Because you can tell this is where it would kick in. But, you know, compare it to the first chapter where he's like, oh no, I dropped something, I gotta go back in. With this one, it's just your light just suddenly dies. Without warning, the light dies. Hey, what are you doing? This isn't a time for jokes. It's not me. It's the damn light. What's going on? It won't respond. An icy cold shiver runs down my spine. Suddenly overwhelmingly afraid, like the dark forest trying to absorb my body. If I could just get the light back on. If we just had it back, I'd feel so much better. I hit the switch repeatedly, silently praying. And then, nothing happened. Just a malfunction. Once we get back to the mansion, we better replace the batteries. Let's get a move on. We'll be in trouble if it goes out again. We hurry all the way out and get in the car. Yo, you're back. Haha, you did it. My mark's totally gone. But my mark is still there. What does this mean? It means you're needed for the next chapter. I mean, there's been a bunch of hints, you know, so far. Like how you can't defeat Shimi-O with her. She'll pretty much say if there's any fighting monsters, she wants no part of that. The fact that her memory wasn't affected when, you know, Yashiki's mark was starting to burn. And general stuff like that. Christie is hysterical, clutching her head. What the? We're in water. Wait, what? We're in water over our head when it comes to spirits. Is that an actual phrase? Let's check in with Mary. It appears that you overcame your fear and cleared away the grudge. It is unfortunate that Shimi-O was not the one who bestowed your mark. Good news is that at least Lord Sho and Lord Mashita's marks vanished. A question. I get why my mark didn't go, but why hasn't Christie's? I thought she got it from Shimi-O. The hypothesis is then incorrect. What I mean to say is, another spirit must have given her her mark. I don't want to believe it, but it's true Christie hasn't been in her right mind when we met. It's definitely possible that she hadn't realized she had it already. Lady Christie received her mark fairly recently. Her memory is currently unaffected, but if she were to come into contact with a spirit that cursed her, her amnesia may accelerate, so please exercise care. Her amnesia would get worse. I'll explain Mashita's strange behavior before we fought Shimi-O. Hey, old man. It's been bugging the hell out of me, but man, your hands are gross. Of course they are. I did spend a whole day walking all over a mountain. What did you expect? Okay, yeah, but you really reek too. Did you touch something gross? I think he's talking about the honey on your hands from picking up the notebook. Never did read that honey-covered notebook, did I? I take it out of my bag and open up the sticky pages. Inside, it talks about honeybee family, what they did, and their ideologies. I can't tell if Shimi-O wrote this or someone else, but the incoherent writing spells out their fanatical thinking and hatred for society. It's fascinating as abnormal psychology, but doesn't bear relevance to our current writing. The author seems extremely can't pronounce. Multiple pages wax on about hate shrine. He seriously believed we'd face divine wrath if the shrine fell to ruin. All the suicides in the forest and numerous horrifying incidents. According to the author, they're all because of the divine wrath of hate shrine. Hate shrine, divine wrath. Strange, that part sticks out to me. Much like the sticky honey. After I finish skimming through, I tell the yellow mark bearers what it says. Enough of that crap. Divine wrath curses too much. Guess I can't write it off then. It's no more ridiculous than the idea that spirits really exist. We're dealing with the supernatural, so just about anything's fair game. Divine wrath. If that's true, then... It is almost dawn. We must end today's investigation. Please rest. I'm sure all of you are tired from walking on the mountain. I haven't been this wiped out since the last time I was at the baseball club. Sorry, but I gotta go crash. Later. Too much has happened today. I need a break from it all. I'll think about the future more once I've gotten some rest. Well, good night. Night-night, even. Hey, Yashiki. I've decided to leave tomorrow, too. Changed your mind? Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, I'm satisfied. That big string of missing persons cases of force couldn't solve. I figured out what was behind it, and I basically closed the honeybee family case I've chased for years. Truth you're seeking can be found here. Mary's something else, isn't she? I can finally visit someone's grave. His expression's still the same, but it feels like he's more at peace. He accomplished what he set out to do. Hey, Yashiki. This whole thing is too dangerous. I'm reckless, but that doesn't mean I don't care if I live or die. Sticking my neck out for you past this point is just too risky. Sorry. A tremor runs through his clenched fist. You managed to escape your death. I'll buy you a drink sometime. See you. Now, Lord Yashiki, please inform me once you are ready to rest. Good night. New info. Well, let's go over that info and then call it a part. Next part, well, I'll go through the bad ending and then we'll move on to chapter 3 in the same part. Human bee farm. We discover horrific bee farm with corpses strung up as beehives. Body fluid and honey mix dripping from the corpses. It's disgusting, but we could easily fill a vial with how much is there. But morbid thoughts need to wait. My mark warns me that time is short. Will but the amnesia get worse? Shimi-O could be closing in on us right now. We have to hurry. Reunion with Kimura. Kimura turns up in another cottage, dead. His corpse covered in gruesome holes dug out by a sharp object is now a beehive. Why the hell would someone use a human body for that? The whole thing is insane. And tomorrow, I could be next. Then I hear the voice again. Ease the swarm, then you'll be safe. Who knows what we found with the corpse means? Facing Shimi-O, someone stares from the darkness and I feel them drawing near. Going by the state of my partner's mind, the spirit will attack soon. And that we'll be able to escape Shimi-O by fleeing the forest. So we'll just have to use the info we've uncovered so far and face him down to do that. The key may be the whisper of control, those that are different in exercise. But it means to combine those things. Shimi-O has the bees helping him, so I should prioritize them. They use the swarm. Could I draw their attention somehow? Maybe my bag has something to affect bees from a distance. He's basically a zombie, so how to weaken him? A normal attack with a bat or a gun would be useless. What I wouldn't give for some kind of a cult gear that can raise the dead. How to annihilate the spirits. Burning with fire? Maybe something more cowardly like poison. Regardless, I need to consider everything carefully in order to survive. Truth behind Shimi-O. Spirit vanishes and any honey-covered notebook lies on the ground. Certificate is pasted onto the first page. Registration of the non-profit honeybee family with address within Hay City. It was assigned 8 years ago. The goal is environmental protection of honeybees and their habitats. The leader's name is Shinzo Maro. So that's Shimi-O's true name. Contents of notebook. The pages after that are full of incoherent ramblings. Sound like my videos then. Most is about members of the honeybee family and the torment they endured from society. It's as if the family's pent-up resentment spews out with every word. The further I read, the more I notice that there's a weird shift in the writing. Deeper into the pages I go, the more childish and nonsensical it turns. General record, XX found an old suicide victim. The Divine Wrath is accelerating. XX spoke with a voice set to shine again. Divine Wrath comes. Must love bees more. Or no promised land. That's no goods. General XX, a traitor among families. He did sacrifice shrine and me happy. Hate the police. Fuck the police. XX, almost ready to discard body soon. Last journal entry. Last day everyone went to promised land. So why am I the only? Oh, body, not enough. Holes need more. Guess that's why he was so, preoccupied with drilling holes in people. About the end of Shimi-O, for whatever reason, Shimi-O didn't die during the family's mass suicide. I wonder why. Does that mean the voice from the shrine was an hallucination and some kind of divine wrath turned him into a monster? And the traitor policeman from the journal must be somehow related to Master. No time to check now. I don't think I thought of that. I mean, obviously, Master, that's what Mary was alluding to. With, you'll find your answers if you stick around. And he was able to solve a case and he can finally go to a friend's grave or something. Must have been a fellow police officer. Maybe it was a undercover police officer that was investigating them, and then I don't know. They must have caught on and killed him, or had him be part of the mass suicide by force. And now Master's finally gotten to the bottom of all this and can finally, put this case to rest. So. Let's save. And I'll reload the other save file. In the next part. So I shall see you next time, viewers. See you next time.